Hi, today we're going to talk about working with environments in Acadicus. Now, right now you see our menus up and that we are in the Acadicus grid. That's shown here in the middle right-hand side of your menu. So whether you're in learner mode and you select it, or whether you're in edit mode and you select it, you can kind of see the environment you're in. Now you get to this empty grid space by always selecting new. So whatever scene or scenario you might be in, if you open this menu up and you select new, you wipe all of that out and you start in an empty grid. This is always where you want to start if you're creating a scene or a scenario from scratch. And you gather these scenes and scenarios by being in edit mode, right? We're in the edit menu. I select assets and I install the packs from the asset menus. So you can see the ones I've acquired and the ones I've yet to get. Now, environments are buried in these packs. They are not called out. You can't go in and just find the ER environment, right? But I can tell you, for instance, here in the curbside community is where the city environment will come in. So the environments are packaged along with the assets from these particular packs. So if I'm selecting dental equipment, I can pretty well determine that the dental office is going to be in here also. I don't have a better solution for you than to acquire the packs, install them, and that will lead to populating the environment menu, which when I go select environments, there are all my environments that I can select from. Now, I always want to come in here into the grid room if I'm starting a scene or scenario from scratch. If I go and I bring assets into this room, right, in my inventory, and I grab an IV bag and I look to take that with me into the scene first, I can't tell where that IV bag's going to end up if I want to take it to the ER room. So I always want to start with the environment first before assets. So I'll come here to the grid. I'll make sure I have downloaded the packs I need. I will select change environment, and then you can see I think I have all of them. I can go here and I can select from dozens and dozens and dozens of different types of environments. So maybe I want to scroll down and I'm going to go into my scene takes place in the emergency room. So I'll come in here. I can kind of get a sense of what that room's going to look like here with the thumbnail. I'll click select, and then I start fresh in that room, and I can build out my scene from there in the emergency room. So real quick, again, you always want to start with downloading your packs, right? That's going to populate your asset library. I start here in the grid room with nothing, no assets. I change my environment. I select that room I want. Maybe it's the nursing station room with the 4 bays. And I select, and then I build from there. Okay, that's it for this quick video. Thanks. I hope it's been helpful.